Well, hello there. I'm Brent Krausen, licensed professional counselor, and this is your next session with me, Brent Krausen. Your next session is a 15-minute or so video where I help explain mental health jargon in order to help you understand it better so you can make well-informed decisions about your own mental health. As with all my videos, this is for informational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional diagnosis or treatment. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis, please seek help immediately. So, in today's video, I will be decoding the differences between a life coach and a mental health therapist and which one you actually need. So, imagine with me for a second. You open Instagram and see a sleek ad that says, "Transform your life in 90 days with my certified life coaching program." Sounds tempting, right? But wait. If you're struggling with anxiety, grief, or past trauma, is a coach what you actually need? Or do you need a licensed professional counselor or LPC? So, as a licensed professional counselor, I see this confusion every day. In this session, we're going to decode the essential differences between coaching and therapy, and I'll give you three simple points to consider so you know exactly which professional is equipped to help you reach your goals, and more importantly, which professional is legally and ethically bound to keep you safe. Let's begin. This isn't saying about that one is better than the other. Both have value, but they operate in completely different lanes. One works with your past to change your present. The other works with your present to plan your future. Let's break down those distinctions, starting with scope of practice for a coach versus a mental health therapist. The first point to consider is, what kind of help do I need? Because a scope of practice for a life coach is typically focused on goal attainment and forward action. If you're mentally healthy but you're stuck in a career path, or you need some motivation and some direction to begin a healthier lifestyle, or you need accountability to launch a business, a coach is fantastic. They work with what's presently happening in your life to help you plan your future. A mental health therapist, like an LPC, however, is trained in clinical treatment and psychopathology, ooh, big word, the causes and symptoms of mental illness. Mental health therapists are licensed to diagnose and treat emotional, mental, and behavioral conditions as defined by the DSM 5 for things like persistent anxiety, major depression, or the effects of trauma. If these clinical symptoms are disrupting your daily functioning, that's the key word, you need the specialized training of a mental health therapist. So, if you're looking to help reach that next level you, a life coach might be the right answer. But if you feel like you're stuck in life, or feel depressed, anxious, or have experienced trauma in your life and it's severely disrupting your life, then a mental health therapist is the right call. The second point to consider is the legal firewall of licensure. Most life coaches pursue a certification that does not require any strenuous academic work, and those certification programs are varied and largely self regulated. There's no state board overseeing how they practice, and they likely answer to no independent overseeing ethics or legal board. As an LPC, I had to complete a master's degree, thousands of supervised hours, pass a state exam, and I'm accountable to a licensing board for ethics and competency. That means we are legally bound to protect your confidentiality and maintain strict boundaries. If something goes wrong with a coach, you might have little recourse. If something goes wrong with a licensed therapist, there is a clear mechanism for accountability. This is critical for your safety, privacy, and protection. Finally, the third point to consider, the depth of focus. A coach is primarily behavioral. They'll ask, what specific action are you willing to take this week? Let's develop a series of goals to get you to where you want to be. They're focused on the how of moving forward. A therapist, on the other hand, uses psychological methods and approaches based on scientific evidence. We ask, how does your past experience with attachment or trauma inform your current reaction? We look for the root cause. If you have deep seated emotional patterns, childhood issues, or significant past pain that is blocking your progress, you need the tools of insight and processing that an LPC provides, not just motivation and goal setting. So, before your next session, whether it's with a coach or a therapist, think about these 3 points. Do you need goal attainment or clinical treatment? Are you looking for certification or state licensure? Do you need action planning or deep processing? If you're dealing with a mental health concern that's truly disrupting your life, choosing a licensed professional counselor isn't just a preference, it's the right choice for your own protection and effective treatment. Now, tell me in the comments below, before watching this, which professional did you think you needed? I want to hear your thoughts. If you found these points helpful and want more professional, ethical, mental health guidance delivered right here, make sure you like this video and subscribe to your next session with Brent Krausen, LPC. Coffee.